Well, welcome to the reading room. It's good to see you all. I'm sorry, something just played in the background, and I was very startled for a second. That was very rude of my browser. How dare you? How dare you? Welcome. It's great to be here. It's great to see you all. I'm feeling good. I hope you're feeling good. I've had an interesting week. My wife got COVID. She's now feeling good. So everyone's feeling good. I hope everyone's feeling good. Yeah, so we're back on number 4, and there's something I really have to address. Why the octopus? Listen, for all of you people with cephalopod hate out there, get out of it, all right? Just leave my octopodes alone, all right? Just back off. Look, I gave it to my wife and said, she said, what do you want? And I said, something with tentacles. I don't know. And she took it very literally. It was a joke, but that's okay. That's all right. It came out very well. I don't know why I'm so excited about it. I have no idea. Like, that's just the picture she found and went, oh, I like that. So apparently, look, no, I'm going to own up to it. I'm gonna make a confession right here. Yes, cephalopods excite me. They're amazing things. Except for the blue-ringed octopus, which is an absolute nightmare creature. You guys ever heard of the blue-ringed octopus? Every Australian knows about the blue-ringed octopus. We get told about it, like, don't play with these things. They're very pretty. Actually, I thought I saw like a thing with people playing with the blue-ringed octopus. Like they decided it looked pretty and to pick it up. Give me 1 sec. I'll see if I can find it. With blue-ringed octopus. Actually, if Bree's around, I wanna request a blue-ringed octopus from the hive. Oh yeah, this kind of stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh. Actually, I'll share my screen for a second. Just rampant professionalism over here, but it's so good to see you all. I see you there, Knock. It's good to see you, mate. This kind of stuff, like, and people picking these things up. These things, like, they are so venomous. You will be dead within like a minute. They are so venomous. Do not pick up one of those things. They look pretty. They're like really small and cute and look pretty. They're not. They're if they're showing the blue rings, it means they're mad and they're about to bite you. And like, seriously, they are one of the most venomous creatures in the world. Oh, they're absolutely deadly. Absolutely. Yeah. So I remember seeing on like somebody on Instagram picked up one of these things and was like, oh yeah, we'll just pick it up. Yeah. We'll just handle these things. Don't handle those things. But hello, John Hudson. Hello, Vaguely Agnostic. I hope you're feeling a bit less vague at the moment. I'm feeling great. I think we should jump right in. I think we should maybe get this show on the road. There's nothing really for me to bring up. I had a flat Earth debate recently, which was great. I think it was just the roundness of my head that triggered Nathan Thompson to lose the plot. But remaining calm in front of with that guy carrying on like an absolute nitwit is really hard. Like, it's so hard. I hope everybody's proud of me for not losing my crap on that one. But yeah, what have I got coming up? I will put this in the community tab, so I will let everybody know. But I'm doing a sort of mock-ish debate against Christopher Mowdy. If you're unfamiliar with Mowdy, he's a psychologist that works a lot on the connections between olfactory and behavioral stuff. So he's a psychologist that focuses on smell, which is just a wonderful sentence to say in anybody's estimation. But yeah, he's a nice guy, and he wanted to. We had a discussion where I sort of said, well, psychology is not a hard science. And we had a discussion about that, and now he wants to, do a mock debate for New Year's. Sort of, is psychology a real science? So I'm gonna take the negative to that. I'm going to take that psychology isn't a real science. I do want people to understand it is sort of a mock, joking, tongue-in-cheek debate, though. So please be aware of that. I'm not saying psychology is irrelevant or anything like that. I'm just sort of taking the mock side for that one. So let's jump into, am I morally bankrupt or them? And of course, welcome to the reading room, everybody. As usual, let's get this show on the road. Just rampant professionalism. I'm just looking over the buttons. I'm sorry. I got up late today, and I'm looking at the buttons, and they're just, it's just a meaningless blur at the moment. I don't know what they mean. What are these buttons anyway? What do they do? What's that? What's that? What does that do? What does that do? All right. I'm just getting angry at my butt. Look, I've had one hell of a week. I got to say, it's been crazy this week. I've been all over the place. So forgive me for my random chaos. Forgive me for my random stuff. I haven't, of course, as usual in the reading room, I've got no idea what was going on. So I have not seen these at all. I'm seeing them when you have. And hopefully they'll be good. Hopefully they'll be good. I don't know. I woke up to 5 million arseholes in my stocking, and I don't know what it means if I was naughty or nice. That's upvoted straight away. I think this is meta. So I think the meta means that it's just a joke. I'm going to read it anyway. Oh, okay. So they've hit 5 million. Well done. Congratulations, Reddit. Am I the asshole? Congratulations. There you go. Good news for everybody. Some random Reddit thing has hit 5 million subscribers. Wow. All right. Hey, one day I'm going to be at 5 million subscribers, and you'll all be sorry. You'll all be sorry. You'll all go, how did we let him get to this stage? How was that even a thing? Hello, Bree. Bree, I'm so glad you're here. Bree, I have a request. Can you please do the blue ringed octopus at some point? Is that possible? Can I make a gentle, lovely request? That would be fantastic. It's entirely up to you. Not pressuring you. Maybe some peer pressure, I guess, if you could call it that. But blue ringed octopus, fantastic creature. So venomous and dangerous, it is insane, and looks pretty. And you can go through instances of people picking it up. Okay, maybe some doubt. Hillhugger, I'll remember this. I'll remember this. Yeah, pictures of idiots holding. Yeah. And I was saying, every Australian gets taught, do not pick these things up. I think Billy Connolly once said, if you get bitten by one of these, you don't make it to the phone to call somebody. You will. They are so dangerous. And welcome, Hillhugger, of course, my friend. You are just a light in my life. Fantastic. I'm so good to see you, Buster Jangle. Look, you can retract your message, but I saw you wrote 5K. I saw that. Don't pretend you didn't. All right, we're not going to talk about that. So 5 million for that. That's not a real post, so that's not our first one. I mean, it's great. Don't get me wrong. I'm all there for it. But yeah. I know, but yeah, I know, mate. It's no problem. Oh, look. If that's the worst mistake you made today, you're getting off easy, my friend. You're getting off so easy. Hang on, I can thingo these, can't I? Yeah. Oh, I forgot I could even do this. Look, there's nothing but professionalism here in the reading room. Nothing but professionalism. And that's what I was pointing at. People just go, oh, aren't they pretty? Oh, yeah, they're pretty dangerous, actually. The box jelly, yeah. Well, the thing is, the blue rings, they're found in rock pools. They're generally, you'll see them kind of thing. The box jellyfish are kind of They're deadly, but they're also just completely invisible, and that's what is bad about them. Box jellyfish don't get as far south where I am, so the water's too cold for them, but they are like in the northern part of Australia, and they're bloody dangerous. Another one that's dangerous is the ones that you can't see, right? They're the dangerous ones, like stonefish. I always worry about it. If you look, I'm going to leave this for Brie, but look, stonefish, if you like, they're exactly the same as a rock, and if you step on one, you'll probably die. And like, it just, something about like something going into my foot just makes me, ugh. It's not cool. Not cool. But yeah, that would be fantastic, Brie. If you've done it already, totally understand. But I love those little cephalopods. They're amazing. They're cuttlefish as well. Anyway, I'm getting distracted by animals and cephalopods and octopi and cuttlefish and stuff. It is like a book club, kind of. Yeah, I think yes, it's like a book club where the books are very short and have small words, and I talk about them. Yeah, essentially, yeah. No, you're totally right. Am I the arsehole for losing it and telling in-laws to stop calling me mama and trying to erase my identity? Okay, I don't know where this is going, but color me interested. Okay, corner. Color me interested. Okay, corner. Yeah, no, I agree. Stonefish sucks. Yeah, no, they're just, I don't know. There's something about having like something pierce your foot is just like, no. Yeah, well, you should fly south for the winter. Yeah. Well, even the winter in Australia is pretty tame compared to like the snow and stuff that you guys get. Crazy. So I have 2 kids, 2 female and 4 female. Okay, so young person. I fucking hate how everyone thinks of me as being just a mummy now. I don't get to be my own person. I'm just mummy. Husband doesn't face this. He gets gifts from everyone that have to do with his hobbies. Me, I get a bunch of mummy shit. Tee-hee, mummy needs wine. Okay, that's kind of, I mean, alcoholism is no joke. I think we were talking about that last week. No joke. Sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. And like matching outfits, I mean like one of those cutesy matching pajama sets that nurses and horse girls wear on the stage in pics. Do we think this is real? Is this real? Like, I mean, I would understand if it was. Like, if you have children and then all you get is stuff for the children as presents. I think it's a bit petty, though. I mean, like, people actually think I'm going to go out in public wearing some cutesy matching outfits with my toddlers, as though I think they're mini versions of myself or dolls. Oh, hello, Surgeon General. So good to see you. So good to see you. From the time we got to the in-laws, it was mama this and mama that. What, from the children or from everybody? Because if it's everybody, that's a bit weird, you know, like, at some point my Sil said it and I said, you know, my name is Carmen, right? What's Sil? What's Sil? Is that, hold it, I'll find out. Give me 1 sec. I'll solve this mystery. I'll solve this mystery. No, just wait. I'll solve this mystery. It's safety integrity level is what the that acronym means. Safety integrity level. Sister-in-law? Yeah. Son-in-law? Son-in-law? Unsure. I think Hillhugger's right. I'd put money on Hillhugger. Actually, you know, I'm still going to go for safety integrity level, but that does make more sense. Sister-in-law? So, Maybe it is son-in-law. I don't know. Oh, it is. She just looked at me funny. Oh, okay. Of course, silly. I said, so why do you keep calling me mama? You aren't going around calling husband papa. Sister and George just looked at me like I had two heads and was like, okay. Yeah, no, you're right, Bree. You're absolutely right. Let's pay out Bree. Bree's on the job. She knows exactly what's going on. That's yep. Bree's right again. She always is. Let's face it. I don't know why I trusted you. I really don't know. This is I should have known. This went all over Christmas. Here you go, Mama. Want another slice, Mama? Is that? I wrote this. Did you really? Did you? I think you're lying to me, honey. I think. Look, is Mama? I mean, I don't want to be racist, but is that sort of a term among African Americans for like mothers and stuff? Because I don't hear that a lot. Mama. Like at the point, I was just like, do you mind calling me by my name instead of calling me Mama? The same sister-in-law as before did the whole golly gee doe-eyed thing and said, but you're such a good mama. Yeah, that's a little condescending, I think. I said, I'm not just a mom. I gestured to the things husband got for Christmas from them and said, why didn't you guys get him anything that says Papa? Everything you gave me is somehow related to me being a mum. Why doesn't he get to be his own person? Mother-in-law grabbed my hand and squeezed it, said that she was sorry she made me feel like this. She was just so excited about being a grandma, she never really thought of things like that. Well, that's fair enough. Yeah, no, I get you. Husband's sick. I took care of him, told him I needed to go to my brother's wedding. He said no. I went anyway and he lied, saying it to. We fought and his sister got involved. Haven't seen others. Okay, so I'm not sure. Is this a story about you, Surgeon General? I mean, I can do it, but you've got to post that in. Am I an asshole? Am I the asshole? In Reddit, if you want me to get to it. I mean, I suppose I can take requests. I never really thought about it, to be honest. You know what? I think it's a lot more fun when we don't know who it is, to be honest with you. When people I know start getting involved, it's kind of a little bit weird. Whoop. I know a few mums that calls it. Yeah, I know. Look, okay, so let's talk about where this starts, because this really is about morality, right? This streams really on morality and secular morality, and we're making decisions under a modern moral framework. Like let's leave the religion out of this. So what we're essentially talking about is a label, right? This is just a label. It's just another label. So under secular humanism, we really want to only take on the labels that you choose and those you have earned with the things that you have done in your society, kind of thing. Now, if you don't want to be called mama, I think that's totally fine. Before the sister got in, I told the AI to shorten that whole post. Look, no, you can't shorten the post. Look, if we shorten the post, I won't have a show, Surgeon General. What? you're putting me out of it. Look, I enjoy doing this. Like, seriously, I really enjoy doing this, and you're basically condensing it down to 2 sentences. Like, if that's the, why am I here then? The AI overlords are taking my job. Quick, somebody. Look, the whole point is we go through this, and it's just incredibly convoluted and gets stupid, and there's back and forth and stuff. Now, I get you were curious, but just wanted to see what the bot would say, buddy. Look, why don't we just substitute me for a bot? Can the bot make a moral evaluation on this? That's what I'm really, really interested in. So secular humanism, we basically just go, okay, you can choose your labels that you want people to use for you. If you're being labeled a liar or something, that may be a result of your actions, and that may be something that you're labeled with, and quite fairly too, because that's a result of your actions. But just intrinsically being something, unless you want that label, you ought not to have been given that label. So if you would rather be called by your name, which is a valid label, that you can choose that, or you want to be called mama, you can choose that as well. So what we want to work towards is you being able to choose the identifying labels that people are using for their minds. Because really, I understand that being given a label comes with a certain amount of baggage with it, a certain amount of things. So your mama might be thrown out really casually, but you don't know what that label has in their eyes. There might be a lot of stuff coming with that. Dan finally got here. Yeah, we haven't done anything, Dan. Just ignore the runtime of the video, Dan. Please ignore the runtime. We've just started. Octopus, cuttlefish, AI, and now we're starting. That's all we've covered, mate. You've missed almost nothing. Thanks. Look, Dan is an awesome guy. I tell you what a guy. No, it's fine, Surgeon General. I get you. I think Surgeon General's obsessed with an AI program, to be honest with you. So I was feeling a little better. Yeah, so the mother-in-law's fine. And she explains, hey, we're excited about this. We assumed you're excited as well. That woman may not be as excited about being a mother as they are. Totally okay. That's all right. The grandma knows what's up. She never really thought of things like that. No, fair enough. People don't. People will sort of trot out a label. So a label that I'm saddled with a lot, that has a lot of baggage for me and not others, people go, oh, well, you're such a geek. And it's like that, because of my background, that has a lot of baggage for me. That has a lot of negative connotations that I'm trying to a challenge kind of thing. And people don't mean it badly, but sometimes in the way they say it, I can take it really badly. I can say, hey, you're just being mean. And that's not necessarily the case. They might actually use it as a compliment, but sometimes, the baggage associated with the label that you have may be different than the baggage that they're using. And that's fine. And talking about this stuff is good. So there's nothing the poster's doing that's wrong here. In fact, talking about it, but maybe just be a little bit calmer and explain why. A good way to talk to people is basically saying, instead of saying sort of, you did this and you made me feel this way, because nobody makes anybody feel anyway, right? You can't make somebody angry, or you can't make somebody feel something. They just become angry, and that's understandable, and that's okay. But what you probably want to do is to sort of say, hey, when you do this, it makes me feel, or it doesn't make me, but when you do this, I feel this way. And I would prefer if you did something else, and that might be a really light way to say it, but that's generally how I address it. Oh, hello, Big Bad Mama. Hello, Atheist Junior. So good to see you two partners in crime. Big Bad Mama, love you. Atheist Junior, So good to see you. Love you, mate. I saw you over at Donny's before I got on, where Evan was sort of getting lambasted by Kent. I think that I think he should you know. I don't know what you're reading here, Surgeon General. Are you on a different post? Is that what's going on? This is so strange. This is so strange. Are you reading? Are we on the same page? I don't. All right. Are you okay? And that sister-in-law 2 and sister-in-law 3. How many sisters-in-law? All right, well, at least 3, I guess. I gestured to the things my husband's got through. Oh, yeah. Why does he get to be his own person? No, that's fair. Sister-in-law 2 and 3 started going after that. She's on their radar. One of them did that whole, are you okay? Do you need to talk to someone? You sound angry. It isn't healthy. You know what? Maybe that's true. Faux concern thing that's meant to shame you for having any emotional response. So women being shamed or rebuffed or minimalized for being angry, it is something that does happen among certain circles, and it's kind of really crap in my opinion. I'm going to get serious for a second, because a woman getting angry is just being emotional. A guy getting angry, everybody sits up, pays attention, and says, hey, this guy's angry, kind of thing. Not if you're just completely enraged, but if you're angry as a man, it's like, well, that's understandable. If you're angry as a woman, you're just having an emotional thing. And that needs to change. Women should be allowed to be angry. It's a valid emotion. There is something behind the anger. It's always something else. But look, Surgeon, I don't know where you are, dude. You're talking about something. I don't know if you're watching last week's stream or something. I have no idea. No idea. Hello, Ian Davenport. It's good to see a fellow Aussie there. Really good to see you, mate. The other one was angry, yeah, and saying, is being a mum somehow beneath you? And do you think you're better than the rest of us and all that? So the other one is mad kind of thing. Yeah, so they're probably a mother as well, and is taking your refusal to take that label they want to push on you as, oh, I'm denigrating all mothers everywhere, which, you know, what we have here is a really bad miscommunication. So what we're calling this is mind reading, right? So the poster's kind of saying, hey, I don't want this label. And they're going, oh, well, what is she thinking? She's denigrating all mothers, which is not necessarily the case. It's not necessarily the case. So that kind of mind reading behavior, it is always ends up with people talking past one another. When we finally left, he asked me, I presume there's the husband, he asked me why I'd kept it in for so long, and I said that I hadn't. No one listened to me before. I've said these things plenty of times. I've always asked them to call me by my name and not some disgusting nickname that boils me down to giving birth. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not sure it's disgusting, but if it's that way to you, it's that way to you. He nodded, but said that I'd put a big pallor on the weekend and I need to apologize for the outburst at some point. I shed sore as soon as sister-in-law's apologizing to me for dehumanizing me for years. We're at a stalemate. Am I the asshole? Oh, okay. I do not think, well, we know her name is Carmen. So Carmen, I don't think you are. I think you stood up for yourself. You, so, of course, context is queen around here, or king, or non-gendered monarch of choice. I don't, you know, if she just went off her head, like just just went off like a frog in a sock, you know, just yelled at people and stuff, yeah, that would you would be an asshole. But if you were just standing up for yourself and saying, hey, I'm angry, I do not like this label, I do not like it, and the mother-in-law understood and said she was sorry she made me feel like this. Well, she didn't make you feel like this, but she's basically saying that, you know, I understand where you're coming from, and that's good. That's good. I don't think calling someone a mama is dehumanizing you, but yeah, okay, you're taking it that way. That's okay. I must admit that some women are just, you know, by certain areas, and I'm looking at you, Christianity, I just looked at their reproductive ability as their entire worth. Sorry, I'm looking at you, religion, looking in your direction. So sorry. So sorry. So I did up a different quiz. So see if you can figure this one out. No one seems to be able to work out my quizzes, and that's okay. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. If you can't work out the voting sheet, just do a write-in or something. Just write in octopus or something like that. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, octopus, you can't write in stuff, so it's really a empty promise that I'm making right here. But, you know, that's never stopped me before. That's never stopped me before. One in 35 characters? Why must you have is Carmen morally why can't my life be simple? Why can't my life be simple? Shouldn't these polls? How can the polls be like prepared if I haven't read the things yet? How does that work, Big Bad Mama? How can I put Carmen's name in the poll if I don't know it's Carmen before the stream? You haven't thought this through, have you? You know, you haven't thought, oh, this is the first time Mark's seen it. How dare you? How dare you, Big Bad Mama? Look, you're welcome to do your future reading polls for me. Maybe you can look through. But, you know, I haven't seen these before. I've typed up the responses, but unfortunately there's like a 35 character limit on the polls, which is just rude, quite frankly. YouTube, okay, so what do you think of Carmen, chat? I want to know. I don't think so. I don't think that's the case, Surgeon General. I think they said, oh, why did you let this, kept it in for so long? And she said she hasn't. They just didn't listen to her. So she communicated her feelings about it, obviously in a sort of a sort of more passive way, I guess, or a more, you know, gentle way kind of thing. And then, you know, this is the culmination of ages and not listening to her. Can I please have a ban for Hive Science, please? Can I? No, that's not an official poll, Bree. You can't do that. You can't. I'm not even sure I want to ask that question, to be honest with you. I really don't know. Don't do that. It'll make me feel bad. Like, seriously. Look, I've never posted on here. The instant I do, I will do it. 1.5. Oh, come on. Oh, man. This channel's Look, I'm doing polls. It's obviously a democracy. How dare you? That's just rude. That is just rude. I'm doing. When's the last time you've seen a dictator do a poll? Like, seriously. It's total democracy. Total democracy. Let's see what the people say. No, your sills. No? What do you mean no? That's not a thing. Oh, no, you're not the arsehole. Okay, gotcha. Well, then put NTA. Oh, Pat Poust, you're not reading the rules. You're not reading the rules. Yeah, the mother-in-law did seem nice. Mother-in-law seemed like the nice one. Yeah. Reward her. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Maybe get her a good nursing home position on time. That's terrible. I'm sorry. No, look, everybody, yeah, vote one for yes. I definitely am. Definitely am the asshole. OP, not the asshole. Wait, there are 3 aunties? Okay, I don't know why Madam Perry seems to want to... Okay, that's a bit harsh. I only can't remember shit, especially my name. Auntie needs a bit... Wow, all right, that's just caustic. You're a toxic poster over here. Holy crap. Nullipara, 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Not the arsehole. All right, looks like people are coming down with not morally bankrupt. Yeah, no, I agree, Bree. Mother-in-law is based. Look, Big Bad Mama, look, people do take a while to catch on, especially if you're not being very sort of forceful about it. I get it. I get it. No, look, I mean, I'm not saying she deserves a medal. It's just you have to acknowledge when people, especially people that are old and are sort of, being called in the sort of set in their ways. Oh, hello, Nanalu. You don't like being called a cat mum. You don't like being called a cat mum. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. There's a lot of baggage associated with that. No, I get it. I get it. Look, you should be able to choose your own labels. What might have made me violent? Really? Straight passage. What are you going to do? Like, just, you're at Christmas, just grab the Christmas sort of feast table and start beating people around the head with it. What are you talking about? Is the been a might have made me violent? Look, Reddit. Do we need to talk, Reddit? Wow. The father should have confronted his family much sooner, but he's worthless and weak. Well, I think that's a bit extreme, but yeah, he probably should. It's hard to stand up to your family sometimes. So I get it, but I would probably agree. As she probably needs her husband's help a bit more, and start that conversation to say, "Hey, I need your help to get your family to understand that I am my own person and not just a mum." Yeah, no, I agree. I do agree. I don't agree with worthless and weak. I don't know the guy, but not the arsehole. Yeah, it's coming out as not the arsehole. Main response. Maybe next year you can request mummy matching outfits that are a little more edgy and reflective as your true identity, not just a mum. Okay, well, yeah. Well, what outfits are we talking about? Like, oh God, I need to go on Do Not Disturb as well. Yeah, possibly, I guess. What would that outfit be, though? I mean, you know what I mean? Like what outfit says not a mother? I mean, are you talking about fishnets and suspenders or something? I mean, what are we talking about here? All right, and looks like Carmen is off the hook. Off the hook. Yeah, Carmen, good on you. Good on you. I don't know. I'm not into gifts that much, to be honest with you. I don't know about you all, but I sort of, gifts kind of. I don't really want gifts at all. It just I get the sentiment. It just doesn't really mean a lot to me. I have a friend named Stephanie who gets angry if you call her that. She mentally to call her Steph. Yeah, sure. I mean, angry is a bit of an extreme reaction, but if you've got somebody whose name is Stephanie and they just want to be called Steph, I don't have a problem with that. That's cool. That's cool. I'm all about it. If they have a shortened name or a lengthened name, doesn't really matter which, then yeah, I'm all for it. Oh, hello there, Caterpillar. Talking about beautiful bugs. Caterpillar. They are an incredibly nice person, and yeah, Caterpillar is always welcome in my streams. Always. But yeah, that's that one. I think we've decided that Carmen's okay. That is not a real post. Neat cardiologist. Well, I mean, I'd hate to see a messy one. I really would. Am I the arsehole for calling out my sister for not showing up to our dad's funeral but still collecting her inheritance? I don't think, look, just off the bat, I don't think this part has anything to do with it, right? That's got nothing to do with it. That is irrelevant. Totally irrelevant. All right. As always, context is king or queen or non-gendered monarch of your choice. Okay. I admit that I'm still grieving a mammoth. Yeah, so let's not forget that their dad died. So sorry, neat cardiologist. So sorry to hear that. Grief's a weird thing. People react to it differently. Yeah, Caterpillar's saying exactly what I want to say. People deal with things differently, and there's no formula. There's no expected thing to handle grief. It's just you deal with it in your own way. I think that attending a farewell ceremony or some kind of a farewell rite like a funeral is healthy. I think it is. I think it's very good for you. It's good for humans to give that farewell and sort of say goodbye to loved ones. It is very healthy, but not everybody's like that. That's okay. At least they're saying, hey, I'm still grieving, may not be thinking clearly. I'm gonna put a tick on your thing. At least you've said, hey, I am in grief, and yeah. Look, this may be their way of grieving. I get you. Yeah, they might be in the anger part. The person, well, let's read it. But the person that they missed the funeral may be in denial. There's sort of, I mean, it's a bit crude description, but there's sort of 5 stages to grief. 5 stages to grief. There's denial, anger. I mean, acceptance is the last one. Denial, anger, bargaining. Oh, I've lost the last one. Denial, anger, bargaining. You know what? This is going to bug me for the rest of the day. Does anyone remember the 5th stage of grief? Anyone? Oh, depression, of course. Yeah. Hello, Soren. Welcome. So my dad was a great dad to me, but not to my sister. He cheated on her mum with mine. Oof, I'm sorry to hear that. And got pregnant with me maybe a year later. Oof, harsh. I presume your sister's still pretty young when that happened. We moved to another city and he didn't have much contact with her after that. I saw her a handful of times as a child, but moved near her for university and began having a proper relationship with her then. I moved back, but still see her about twice a year. Our dad hasn't seen her in about a decade when he passed. So when he did pass this summer, his house, which my mum co-owned, and its contents went to me, and the money, which was split 50-50 between the two of us. The first payment was received earlier this month. I have absolutely zero issue with this arrangement, but she didn't even attend the funeral. She didn't offer to help with the admin stuff. I did it all on my own. On the day of the funeral, she tagged herself and a bunch of friends at a restaurant. Oh, why do we get these posts? This is kind of sad. Look, your sister, it's so complicated. I get that my dad let her down. He routinely bailed on plans, forgot birthdays, but it just doesn't sit right with me that she took his money and didn't even show up for the funeral. I met her for lunch on Boxing Day and told her my feelings. Oh, there's a bad move for you. That's, yeah, you might want to sort of deal with your grief and then address it once you're in a good frame of mind. That I thought it was disrespectful for her to take the cash but not to offer to help me with any of the arrangements or even show up to the funeral. I wasn't angry and I didn't raise my voice. She did cry and left rather abruptly. Oof. Oof. Yeah, I think that there's no, like, if you make somebody cry and them have to leave, maybe evaluate your behavior on that one. It's probably a good idea. Not saying you're wrong. Just if you do make somebody cry and run out, it might be. That night she sent me a bunch of messages, called me unbelievably rude. Yeah, I think so. And I'm the asshole for making her feel bad at being mad for taking what she is owed. No, look, what she is owed, that has nothing to do with it, right? So the crux of the matter here is what he wanted. So that's the thing. What did your dad want to have happen? And then you honor that because that is what he wanted. If he wanted to give it all to her, yeah, it kind of sucks. I get that you're upset. That is what he wanted. And I personally would respect that and say, well, that's what he wanted. I really didn't think I was being rude. Perhaps I'm too close to the situation. Yeah, probably. Am I the asshole? Yes. Sorry, neat cardiologist. Yes, you are. Okay, you were right. I called her. She apologized first. I told her that wasn't necessary. Then I apologized and told her honestly I was just hurting and wanted to help. And yeah, grief is a bitch. I wasn't seeing things clearly at all. I didn't understand. We're okay now. Thank you. What? They solved this themselves? It was genuinely helpful. Constructive feedback was generally to all those that PM me being abusive arsehole. Private. Why would you private message? The guy's lost his dad. What is going on, Reddit? Do I need to do a poll over whether Reddit is the arsehole? Holy crap, this dude is in mourning and you private message him basically abusing him. Wow, I hope your micromeal's forever undercooked. Yes, he did pay us child support as an adult. Yeah, my mother passed, so wasn't available to help with the paperwork. He did try to help them, but it was understandably too late for her. Yeah, no, I get that. Look, understanding that your sister-in-law or your sister, half sister is what we're talking. Half sister is. You have a dad that is absent. He tries to make it up really late, kind of thing. You can't accept him, and then he dies. It's maybe not something she can deal with. Yeah, no, I'm agreeing, Dan, that people private messaging this guy, like, I get that he was being an asshole, but private messaging him and abusing, come on, Reddit. Have some class. Have some class. I assumed that the poster was a woman too. Oh, did I not? Yeah, you're right. It's not. I don't know why I thought that. My house originally in mother's son. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, I'll put the poll up. It could be. OP's feelings shouldn't have come into it. He deserved a berating. No. Hillhugger, behave. Be kind to people. This guy or girl, this person is they're hurt. They're upset. Look, we all make mistakes, man. We shouldn't, be berated for some of them. And being unsure about whether especially, look, the feeling, the emotions are going to run rampant. You're probably going to make some mistake. From the sister, not from Reddit. Well, you'd hope not. I mean, you'd hope that they would have a discussion and sort of understand one another. So it sounds like there's more to this than just sort of the sister is a strange look. That it might be that he feels like she could have seen, or they the poster could have felt like that the sister, she could have sort of caught up more, created a relationship, tried harder. There might be a lot of stuff behind this, but yeah, no worries, Dan. And yeah, that's the last word. Reddit definitely is the asshole. It's good to see you, Dan. Thanks for coming, buddy. Really, I really appreciate it. Let's get a poll up. Well, I mean, they've solved it already. I don't know why I'm doing this, quite frankly, because they've come back and said, yeah. So, but, for tradition's sake. Oh, hello, girl. I thought you were too good to hang with us. I thought girl was too good to hang with us. That's all right, girl. We're doing the going through these situations. You're the asshole. Yeah. You're completely out. Yeah, I kind of agree. Hasn't contacted her in over 10 years. Yeah, I mean, he did after 10 years, but it's look, I would totally understand if someone abandoned you as an infant for over 10 years. You would have some strong feelings about that. Let's face it, some very strong feelings about that. Yeah. Yeah. You're too close to the situation. Yeah. Oh, that poor person too, the sister. I mean, imagine having your sort of your dad cheating on your mother and then abandoning your family. It's just it's hard. It's a hard situation to go to. Look, and it's like legit to get the inheritance as damage payment. Look, he doesn't have to give you an inheritance as a damage payment. It's just whatever that person decides to do with their estate after they die. I think the least we can do is honor what you want to do, right? Yeah, no, I get you, girl. It's been wild for me too. I mean, I haven't seen any family over Christmas because my wife got COVID, so we couldn't. Well, it's not like we couldn't go out, but we shouldn't, take it to her family and stuff. So basically, we've been at home all this time, which is crazy. Sort of plans cancelled. COVID strikes again. Do you think? I don't know. I mean, look, really, it should just be, should they have gone to the funeral? And I don't think so. I don't think that's necessary. I don't think that's necessary. Yeah. Yeah, but Reddit, if you're look, Reddit, if you're PMing this guy, private messaging this guy, and calling him a dick or something, like, stop it. Just don't. Like, seriously. Be kinder, Reddit. Be kinder. I'm expecting any moment a post to show up. Oh, I contacted a guy in grief when he made a post calling him a complete douchebag. Am I the asshole? Yes, you're the asshole. Yes, you are. 100%. 100%. Is that the next one? That would be funny. Okay. Oh, poll. Yeah, just the rampant professionalism around here is just fantastic. Gotta say. Okay, this one's weird. Everybody's chat. What's going on? Everyone's going to hell and no one is to blame. So everyone's to blame and no one's to blame are the top answers. Anybody that said everyone is to blame, how is the sister to blame? I want to know this. Do feel free to let me know. I'm interested. I really am interested in why the sister's to blame. Why the sister, who was abandoned as an infant, didn't go to the funeral because she probably has a lot of latent anger against the guy that abandoned her mother and family and her, essentially. Look, Gert, you come into chat and you make trouble. It is scientific. It's very scientific. I get the feeling that somebody out there, like, it's probably Jill in the background voting on random stuff for some reason. I don't know why. Hey, P-Town. Welcome. I'm not sure if we're all atheists. There might be a pantheist in the chat, maybe. Or a pagan in the chat if maybe Beansy's around or something. So that's a yeah. So I'm not celebrating Christmas this year. I'm celebrating Yule. I am celebrating the Germanic holiday of pagan rituals, just for fun, essentially. So Yule, which had Germanic and Norse origins, like the Yule log. Which is to burn a log in the fire. Yeah, it's funny how, like, burning a evergreen log in the fireplace did not come from the near Middle East. It's actually quite telling. Always go to other people's funerals, otherwise they won't come to yours. Yogi Berra, is that a concern of yours? I mean, I don't think I'll be that won't be my major concern if I'm dead, P-Town, I gotta say, mate. Yeah. I don't think I'm really going to be worried at that point. I don't think much is going to worry me at that point. That's just me. But I mean, it's. I think the best argument to going for funerals is because it is part of the grieving process to have a right or some kind of I don't know, some kind of ritual for that closure. The things that we do as humans are highly sort of ritualistic, even things that aren't religious kind of thing. A lot of the processes that we go through are these very significant processes. It's Yogi Bear. Yes. Do not ban, rebuke, and remove. That's funny. Yeah, we were going to have a poll on that actually, but I decided against it because I don't know, because I never do anything Bree suggests. It's always just a horrible thing. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. Posted by Gold Digger Google. Okay. Did you just? Oh, all right. Am I the asshole for calling my brother's girlfriend a gold digger after she Googled the cost of our Christmas gifts? Depends how you said it, to be honest with you, but let's have a look. My brother James, he has a girlfriend, Lindsay. You know what? I want to say something. I do appreciate when they sort of I do appreciate when they use their names. It makes them talking about things a lot more easier. This I can just say, hey, James and Lindsay, and it's not like we're going to know who they are. There's like a million James and Lindsays out there. Anyway, they've been dating for 7 months. He decided to bring her to Christmas at my house, stay over Christmas Eve, and leave it the next day after lunch. Okay. I met Lindsay at drinks before this, and she seemed nice. When they arrived, Lindsay walked in and complimented my decorations, large tree in the foyer, and asked how much they cost. I was a bit surprised by the question, but I'd said more than I'd like and moved on. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, yeah, that's not a, is that a weird question? Chat, is that a weird question? I'm going to ask the reading room. Reading room, is that a weird question? Is that a strange question to ask somebody? If somebody came into your house and went, I like the decorations, how much do they cost? I wouldn't particularly be bothered by it, I guess. It'd just be like, yeah, they're just trying to make conversation or whatever. Let's move on. Throughout the evening, she asked several questions centered around money. She asked my husband how much he paid for our house, my stepdad how much money he made in his previous job, how much my watch cost. She even Googled one of our art pieces to see how much it sold for and started talking about how crazy it was that we spent that much, which frankly was very uncomfortable. My stepdad pulled my brother aside and asked if there was a problem. My brother just said it was normal for her to do that, but he did say he'd speak to her about it. Okay, yeah, that's, if it's like all that they're talking about is the prices of stuff, that would be a little weird. Like I got to admit, if like they're going, oh, how much does that car cost, and how much does this cost, and how much does that cost? Okay, that would be a little bit weird. Look, if it's just one thing, if you're like, hey, that tree is huge, that must have cost you a lot. But if you're looking for a dollar figure, yeah, that's a bit weird. I mean, did she ask how much they cost? Yeah, that is a bit weird. You're right. The room's right. All right, this is weird. The reading room's right. There's something wrong with that. The reading room's right. That's not right at all. There's something very, very sinister about the reading. Yeah, so if somebody said, hey, did that cost a lot? I would be, okay, cool. If they said, how much money did that cost? Like, what's the dollar amount? That is a bit weird. That's a bit weird. On Christmas morning, we all gathered round to open presents, and thankfully, Lindsay didn't say anything untoward. So I figured James had spoken to her about her intrusive questions. Look, usually, yeah, all right. Well, however, at lunch, we were talking about plans for January, and Lindsay loudly said she didn't know how we could afford to do anything in January, as she added up the total we spent on gifts and then proudly proclaimed the total amount. Okay, that's weird. That's strange. Is she an accountant or... The whole table went silent, and honestly, I was equal parts shocked and annoyed that someone could be so ignorant. Well, I don't know if ignorant's the word. I mean, I looked at Lindsay and said, "You're the world's most diligent gold digger." Serious? What, at the table? Okay. Seriously, would you like to be the family accountant? Well, maybe she is an accountant. I don't know. Obviously not, since you're already tracking the expenses. Lindsay started out an apology and tried to explain my stepdad just changed the conversation and we moved on. She was mercifully quiet for the rest of the dinner. Look, I mean, I hate to point out just rampant bias, but he does not like her at all. He does not like Lindsay in the slightest. Yeah, no, I mean, after I left, my brother messaged saying I'd really upset Lindsay and was out of line with what I said. I kind of agree. I think sort of bringing it up at the Christmas table is probably not the wisest move, sir. Or ma'am, I guess. Is it? Say, you should give your own name. Or at least sort of say, look, I'm totally getting how people saying I'm 46M is helpful. I argued that he said he'd talked to her and clearly didn't, not that someone should have needed guidance to know what crass her comments were. He's saying I owe both of them an apology, but I think Lindsay's behaviour was disgraceful. 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 I wouldn't go that far. It's certainly weird. It's certainly weird. My parents said Lindsay was wrong, but I probably should have said something in private, or they could have. Yeah, you think? You think? I shouldn't have said something in front of everyone. Am I the asshole? Yeah, kinda. Look, maybe that's the way that Lindsay was raised. Okay, that's. I don't think Lindsay's that bad, but she'd put her just so. Wow, there's some harsh people in the reading room. I got to say. Well, maybe, but I don't think that's necessarily the case because, I mean, Lindsay isn't. Yeah, maybe she was raised to. Lindsay was raised to budget. Or maybe she was just raised to sort of just add up everything, kind of thing. I don't know. It's a bit of a weird one, isn't it? Yeah, Gold Digger does. Yeah, I mean, and like Bree says, we don't know a lot about Lindsay. You're right. Is she a person who is because it doesn't sound. Here's the thing. It doesn't sound like Lindsay is spending a lot of money herself, right? Because she's like, I don't know how you can afford to go on vacation spending it on this stuff, kind of thing. It sounds like she is incredibly frugal, and she probably doesn't spend a lot at all. So when you sort of say a gold digger, and this is where I got to go to Hill Hugger, and I think he's absolutely right. When you say a gold digger, it's somebody that's spending their partner's money for themselves, kind of thing. They just want to get their partner's money. So I think it does bring out another connotation. So I can't find like Lindsay to be innocent into all of this, because sort of talking about that stuff is really weird. Really weird. Speaking of weird, speaking of weird. You know what? What's weird is that people go around pretending to be somebody that they don't like for comedic value. I mean, that's weird. That's so weird. So weird. Okay. Yeah, I think that it doesn't sound like they're a gold digger. At least not sort of what my definition of a gold digger is. Somebody who's after their money. It sounds like Lindsay's just amazed that people live so large. Is the right? How do you spell Lindsay? Anybody know? Lindsay. And the thing is, here's the thing, right? If she is an attractive woman, they're going to get that label more kind of thing. It's going to be. Yeah, I agree. Could be autistic. Yeah, no, I totally agree. Vaguely agnostic. It could be that her sort of autistic focus is on what things cost and adding them up. That is very possible. We don't know Lindsay. Then she'll soak him dry. Lindsay's a wannabe. Well, you know, you're entitled to that opinion. You could be right. We don't know, but I don't think she is. I really don't think she is. I am committed. Yeah. No, I'm screwed. Totally screwed. Did I tell you guys what I did with Jill? Because you kept sending me, like, putting me in a group email kind of thing. Did I tell you all what I did with that? Probably not. Hey, because I don't usually do that. So now we're going to have a is Mark the arsehole. It doesn't seem like it to me either, Brie. It just doesn't. It seems like she's a bit of a weird one, but it doesn't seem like it's gold digger to me either. So Jill put me in a group thread, basically. So I kept getting all of these emails from Jill. So instead of being mature, because it's Jill and it's, yeah, what I did is I created a automated response within my mail program to delete the email and send back a email to him, telling him that he should take me off his mailing list and he'll continue to get these responses unless he takes me off, and flipping him off with 2 ASCII birds. I mean, it's really petty and childish, but then again, so's Jill. So yeah, he gets that every time he emails me. It's fantastic, and I don't see it at all. It's completely automated. It's good. It's good. I'll take it, Sagan. Thank you so much for being here. I'll take it. No. Yeah, well, I mean, I could have just, like, set it to delete, but it was more fun. Is it though? Is it? I don't know. I certainly had fun. Let's see what everybody says. Everyone's shit here, and you're the asshole. Making everyone else uncomfortable. Yeah. Yeah, I'm coming down on sort of, everyone's going to hell. That's what I'm coming down on. be honest with you. Except the parents. The parents seem to know what's up. They were like, yeah, pull her up on it, right? Like, just set her straight, but do it in private, not out in front of everybody at the table. Like, I agree with the parents. I think the parents know what's happening. Oh, wow. Tours. Okay, to the political speech. Solidarity among the working class includes being open about earnings. There's a reason companies try to discourage wage discussions. It isn't because of manners, but to take advantage of work and ignorance on the value of their labor. Okay. I think maybe you should talk to Leo Filius there. Yeah. Look, I don't. Look, I get. I get. So you voted without knowing the situation. Did you just push one at random? All right, so again, this is why my polls are so weird. They come out weird. That's no. Look, it's your vote. You can do whatever you want with it, mate. Funnily enough, when somebody votes, because Australian elections are compulsory, but all you have to do is show up. If you screw up the ballot, if you basically muck it up, or you put the wrong numbers on, or you mess it up in some way, it's called a donkey vote. That I don't know why it's called that. Probably because the person doing it is a donkey, but yeah, a donkey vote. So feel free to donkey vote all you want. That's cool. It's like voting green. No, voting green's fine. That's fine. I know it's not fine in the US. Are you from the US, Buster? I gotta say, much love, buddy. Are you from the US? Because voting green's different over here because you can do it. You can because of the way the voting's set up. Yeah, I'm on the spectrum and poor as fuck, and this is gross and tacky and rude. All right, well, yeah. Baimsey! Did you know that donkeys are all bisexual? I did not know that, and I don't believe you. Citation, please. Whoops. Citation needed. That's terrible. That's terrible. I love it. What do you mean, Big Ben? I just said everyone's the arsehole in this situation. Everyone is the arsehole. I think everyone is. I want to vote in my own poll. What the hell? Where's my poll? I'll show you. What for? Oh, I can't vote in my own poll. Oh, well, that's that. All right, fine. Yeah, well, fuck me. How can this look, Bree? How can this be a dictatorship if I don't get a vote? It's a dictatorship against me, is what it is. Ridiculous. Not the arsehole. Not the arsehole. My brother is 28. Lindsay is 26. Okay. You actually did her a favor. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. It's a made up story. Oh, I don't think it's made up. I swear I've read this exact post before. All right, maybe it is made up. I don't know. Yes, I get the joke. Thank you, Peter. I get the joke. I do get the joke. A way to end a very eventful conversation. And I'll get it on my screen. Only cool people use it. The person who receives bisexual donkeys has to return it by saying bisexual donkeys. See you later. Bye. Bisexual donkey. Are they misspelling bisexual? Okay. Are you Alice? Are you Alice, Peter? Hashtag boomer meme. Bam. Got him. Got him. Okay. Apparently, the poster is the one that's to blame. Poster, the one to blame. All right. Well, I kind of disagree. I think that she's sort of out of line as well. Look at the names of the people. What people? What people? In your link? Did I miss that? Have I gone blind? Have I gone dumb, deaf, mute? What's going on? Oh, it's Mark. Okay. Well, I mean, who's Alice? Who's Alice? Should I know who Alice is? Look, Mark is a very common name. Like, seriously, that's a very common name. Who's Alice? Alice in Wonderland? Have I gone down a rabbit hole? What's going on here? I don't... The Madoff Brady Bunch. Well, yeah, that is true. That's 100% true. It was the Madoff Brady Bunch. Throwaways on door. So weird. Yesterday, while I was making lunch, I heard, oh, am I the asshole for removing the door to my son's room indefinitely? Yes! Yes, you are! What the fuck? What the hell? Well, you know what's hilarious? What's hilarious is that, like, people that go, oh, well, Mark is a biblical name, because, so, you know, Christianity, you've got a biblical name kind of thing. What's really funny is that Mark comes from Marcus, and Marcus means dedicated to the god Mars. So sort of warriors and that kind of thing. So in fact, Mark isn't originally a biblical name. It's Marcus, which was sort of a pagan name kind of thing. Yeah, no, I'm Yesterday, while I was making lunch, I heard a really loud sound as if the ceiling was falling or a bookshelf has fallen. Or London has fallen, even. My husband, 41 male, and daughter, 17 female, were out. The only other person in the house was my son, 16 male. I was pretty sure he was in his room, which is at the opposite side of the house from the kitchen. So while making my way there, I checked every room and everything seemed to be in order. You know what? Have you ever heard a sound and you've gone, oh, hell, it's somebody breaking in, and it's nothing, right? You get that all the time. You're like, oh, that sound, it could be somebody breaking in, and you go in and it's just something falling over kind of thing. I once got the opposite, and it was so terrifying. It was like, I heard a sound. I was doing the dishes and I heard a sound from upstairs, and I thought, oh, just a window's open or something, and walked up the stairs, and like basically there was this guy coming out of the bedroom, like there's just this dude, this random dude. And I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, it was like one of those the one time where I went, oh yeah, it's just nothing. It actually turned out to be somebody breaking into my house while I was there. So yeah. I mean, I can tell you about that story if you want, but that was a wild time, let me tell you. I knocked on my son's door and called his name. No answer. I must have knocked/called 3 times before trying to open the door, which was locked. Okay. Well, why take the door? Like, you can just take the lock. You madman. Oh, you're mad woman, actually. My husband. Presumably it's a woman. You're crazy. Just take off the lock. No, well, not really. I mean, okay, so what happened? I'm sorry to divert. It wasn't that traumatic. It was more like this guy was standing there and I was coming up the stairs. So I was looking up at the guy. And then he looked into the bathroom, which was on the left, and said, "Get him with the axe." And I went, "Oh, shit." And then I thought, wait, who takes an axe to a burglary? And we don't have an axe upstairs. So at that point, just looking at him, and at this time in my life, I did have some anger issues. So I just lost my temper and charged up the stairs at him, and probably the dumbest thing you could do. But he turned around, ran through the bedroom, out onto the balcony where a housemate had left the door open, launched himself over the railing, and I was right on his fucking tail. Like, if I had another foot, I would be able to get him. And he jumped the railing out onto the carport had a roof kind of thing, ran across the roof. And I jumped the railing as well. And he basically just ran into space, like just straight off. Like, I shit you not. This was, just 1 floor above ground. So first floor, he just ran. And I mean, the roof was sloped. So he was going sort of down and just ran into space and then like fell down and, got up and sort of ran away. Like, I don't know how he didn't hurt himself. Kind of, yeah. It was kind of like that, Brie. It was kind of like I was shocked. I was just standing there going, "What?" Because he just ran like into space, kind of thing, like crazy. He must have been pumped up on adrenaline because he just, sort of fell to the floor, sort of fell and, sort of collapsed kind of thing and just down onto his side and then just got up. And I'm standing on, there's no way I'm following him over the edge of that. Like, and so we just, like, another guy came from somewhere else and they just jumped into a car parked across the road and just tore off. And I was sitting there going, what just happened? Yeah, adrenaline. Yeah, adrenaline. Oh man, that is true. Actually, it could have been that as well. Sometimes just stripping naked. You know what? You say that, but yeah, sure. Why not? Okay, back to the thing. So yeah, that's my story about being robbed while doing the dishes by some random guy who I chased out. And yeah, I lost like $5 or something. So I can't say from his side it was probably very worth it. But yeah, that's my story. That was when I lived in a place called Highgate. High Wycombe? Highgate. Highgate. Yeah, Highgate. which is very close to the city, so it wasn't the best. Yeah, no, Brie, it probably works a lot better for men than women, honey. It probably does. Yeah. 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 Well, I mean, yeah. Okay. Back to the real story. But thank you for listening. And I don't think it was very traumatic, but yeah, I certainly do. I haven't thought about that for years, actually. That was a wild time. At this point, I was getting really freaked out, thinking maybe he tipped his wardrobe or bookshelf and had fallen over him and he was passed out on the floor. Well, I think that's a bit extreme. I mean, I wouldn't assume that. I was basically screaming his name. No answer. I have no idea how I did it. I just threw myself at the door and it broke. Now, clearly the door was already weak. I'm thinking termite. Okay. But yeah, it broke. My son was fine. He was freaked out about the door, but fine. The sound of his TV with the volume at max, apparently, and he didn't answer me calling because he didn't want me bothering his movie. His words were, "You were screaming like a harpy and it was annoying. I was trying to watch the movie. Fix the door." Okay. Well, maybe he had headphones on. He got really mad, said it's his right to have a door, but he deserves his privacy. Yeah, no, I kind of agree. I said he had a door, and while I was the one that broke it, it was the consequence of his action. So if he wanted a door, he would have to buy it. I know he doesn't have the money for it right now. Wow. I'm sorry, who's the adult here? Until then, no door. He can change in the bathroom. He said, fuck you. Yeah. I said he was grounded. Oh, wow. Am I the asshole about the door? My husband is fine with it, says only I know how scared I was. My husband is fine with it, says only I know how scared I was, so only I can know the appropriate punishment. Maybe your husband shouldn't bow out of parenting. Maybe he's the asshole. Who knows? Now I'm terrified that anything happens where we really need to reach my son, we won't be able to. But I have calmed down since then, and I'm wondering if maybe I'm the asshole. Yeah, you're wondering right. You're wondering right. Hmm. Please, no one takes me too seriously. I know it's the internet, so it's hard to tell when sarcasm is being used, but I'm generally just fucking around. Okay, so again, look, I must admit, I get fooled by sarcasm a lot, especially in typing. You know, I guess the kid will have long showers now. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Yeah. So I think. Look, you can talk to your son about answering the door and why he just ignored you, kind of thing. And maybe have a word with him on noise pollution, but basically saying, "Hey, I broke your door, but you're going to pay for it because you didn't answer it," it's a little weird. Was he having a fat? Probably. You know, I think. How old is his son? 16. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. That's all 16-year-olds do all day. Yeah. Yeah, I think maybe he was in a delicate position and didn't want to answer the door because having an erection in front of your mum is really uncomfortable. It's really not cool, really. Yeah. Well, let's open it to the crew. Let's open it to the room. see what we got. Really? You had to look up FAP? Is that an Australian thing the US doesn't have? Surely you do. Surely you do. Don't tell me you don't. Don't tell me that. It's a common term. Yeah, I mean, I thought so. Where are you from, Sagan? No, I barely got it from context. Okay, yeah. I mean, someone says FAP over here, you know exactly what they're talking about. Think FAP started in the UK. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I thought so as well. You know what? The best description for masturbation I've ever heard was dancing the 5-knuckle shuffle. I thought that was hilarious. I laughed a lot to that one. You know, shaking hands with the bishop, fighting your purple-headed warrior. Yeah, wanking. How did this stream devolve into masturbation? I bet it was Brie. I bet you anything it was Brie. Of course it was Brie. Brie. It's always Brie. Needn't have asked, really. Remove the TV from his room? Okay, not the arsehole. Teenagers don't approach TV as a luxury. It's a being us you being too loud, ignoring you, taking away is the most natural consequence. Yeah, I suppose so. Maybe. Sell the TV to pay for the new door. Win-win. I guess. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the kid's being an asshole, but he's a 16-year-old. Aren't they all assholes, really? Yeah, visiting Rosie Palm and her 5 sisters. Yeah, I've heard that one as well. Looks what? The children abusing a pole. Oh, mate. Oh dear. Yeah, rubbing the fireman's helmet. Yeah, I've heard that. Polishing your rod. I don't know why you do this to me, Wesley. There you go, buddy. There you go. Sorry, mate. Worshipping Mr. Winky. Well, you know, if I'm going to worship something, you seriously did not hear anything working up to your room. That's a good point. That's a good point. You seriously did not hear anything walking up to his room. That's a very good point. Who's this? Impossible Simple. You posted a comment that you would need to try to hear his TV when you were close, but you were screaming the whole way to his room, giving him the chance to turn it down. Because if he was really listening to TV that loudly, you would have heard the movie from his door. That's a good point. We're using logic. We're using induction. He commented that you screamed like a harpy and your husband said only you know how scared you were in this moment, which makes me believe that you overreact often. Your son did not want to answer a door to someone screaming bloody murder out of their room, especially if it leads to nothing major. And your husband not commenting shows that you want someone to agree with you, not to hold you accountable. How often do you let your anxiety affect the people in your own home? Asking the real questions. He cursed at you because you decided he did not deserve privacy and demanded he pay for the door. He is not caring of your feelings because you told him your feelings take priority. You felt something scary, overreacted, then doubled down. No apology for you overreacting and shifting the blame away from you. And you're teaching your son that it's okay to react that way, so he's going to find ways to hurt your feelings. Him telling you to fuck off is least of your concerns, yeah? And see a therapist. What? See a therapist. Wow. All right, I'm going to upvote. This guy's asking all the real questions, in my opinion. Feel free to upvote or downvote him yourself, if you want to. Not that you can do that from my stream, but you can find the thread, I'm sure. Yeah, I think that sort of, this is a common theme with this person. They overreact. Was he the asshole? Yeah, probably. Yeah, I think everyone's the asshole. I mean, but mind you, I'm going to accept a 16-year-old boy or man or male being the asshole way more than I'd expect. A presumably late 30s or 40, early 40s woman. Like, seriously, this is I think you probably should be a bit more mature and set a good example for him, I guess. No, they can be manipulative. Oh, absolutely they can. But, it's sort of a young person doing that is more acceptable than somebody, who's, somebody who's 16 being an asshole on the internet. If somebody's, like Darth Dawkins is 60 something doing it, it's sort of a lot more acceptable than a young person doing it, I think. They're both bad, don't get me wrong. They're not cool either way. That's why I think everyone's the asshole. But yeah. How does asshole logic work? No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. Look, being an asshole is not a comparative statement. It's just a sort of it's not relative. It's an absolute statement. It's not a relative thing. Oh, hello, Maya. Good to see you. And Doorknob Head, it's really good to see you as well, mate. Good to see you, Maya. Good to see you, Doorknob Head. And Titan Uranus, good to see you. Yeah, so I think I'm going to come down on everybody. But, what do you think? What do you think? Wait, there was another stream? Wait, Maya, did you do a stream? Oh, I missed out on everything. I must admit I did get up late today. I must admit. So I do apologize if I missed a major stream in the community. I do try and make it. There's so many people I'd love to make their streams more often. It's kind of hard being in Australia because if people stream during the day, it's sort of I mean, AJ Atheist Junior streams a bit, and I'd love to make it to his. And he had he hit 7K, and I was there for that, but it was like 3:00 in the morning. I hung around for like half an hour, and then Yeah, no, I'm not making it to that. Fuck that. All right. Um, yeah, yeah. No, I get you. I get you. Um, I don't know, Maya. Come up with something. Masturbation. Um, a bum fight on acid. I don't know what you're going to call that. I don't know. Oh, and it's good to be here. I enjoy being here. I really enjoy doing these streams. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. I'll do one more. I'll do one more. I've only been streaming like usually I'll do an hour and a half, but I will do one more and make it a couple of hours definitely. Did I do the poll? Am I professional? Am I professional? I am. What the hell? Okay, so we're blaming the poster in this one. So, oop. Hello, secular pagan mom. So good to see you. Hey, I love your avatar there. Nightmare Before Christmas. That's amazing. Yeah, so Sagan, I'm debating sort of a not humorous, but a bit of a tongue-in-cheek one against Christopher Mowdy. I've got to go and do a presentation after this, but it's basically on whether psychology is a real science, sort of the real being the sort of tongue-in-cheek bit. So I'm going to be arguing that psychology is not a real science, which is kind of hilarious, and yeah. So that should be fun. That I'm doing for New Year's. I also have heard briefly from the Amy Newman crew on perhaps getting a debate over there started. So I definitely am trying, Sagan. I'll debate you. I'll debate you. Yeah. I don't know what we'd debate on. That might be funny. Is 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 Earth a single organism? I don't know. Think something up. Okay. And throwaway account. What are throwaway accounts? Weird. Am I the asshole for reminding my stepmother how she really met my father? Possibly. Is this like a Pretty Woman situation? Is that what we're talking about here? Is this? Oh, it's been removed. No. No. It was a Pretty Woman situation. I presume you mean modern day debate. Yeah, I don't agree with some of the people they platform, but I do like them giving me a debate platform. So I have mixed feelings about modern day debate because everybody I get on there is like some weirdo that thinks that rocks are organs, and I very rarely get to do a good debate on there. Well, that's not true. I've had a couple of good ones, but yeah, I don't know. I don't mind them. I like that they've supported me a lot and given me a platform. So that was the first platform I was on. So I have to appreciate that they sort of that the modern day debate gave my introduction to really debating and stuff like that. Hello, Skywatcher. Hello, mate. It's good to see you. Okay, last one. Oh, I wish that hadn't been removed. I was so hoping for a Pretty Woman situation, like his dad had a story about how he met her in Paris under the moonlight, and it's like, no, you didn't. You, you know, she was an escort and you hired her. Like, that would have been great. I'm sorry. That would have been fantastic. Come on, it's a modern day Pretty Woman. Come on, don't ban this one as well. Am I the arsehole for telling my cousin to fuck off? Well, probably. For trying to tell my brother I'm not his dad. Wait, telling my cousin, so your brother's or sister's child, to fuck off for trying to tell my brother I'm not his dad. Okay. I, 26 male, have been raising my brother, 7 male, since he was a baby. Oh, that's so sweet of you. Our parents died in an accident and not long after he was born. No one in my family wanted to take him other than one set of grandparents but were too old to look after a newborn. I wanted to take him anyway, so I wasn't upset that no one was fighting me on it. The other day my grandparents came to visit. With them they had my cousin, 20 female. I honestly don't like this cousin since she starts drama and seems to thrive on it, but I thought she could keep her mouth shut for an hour while our grandparent visits, so I wasn't bothered by it. That was until I caught her telling my brother that I wasn't his dad. I knew then she was trying to start drama. My brother calls me dad and I call him my son from the outside. People probably assume he has no clue I'm not his dad, but that's not the case. He has always known that I am biologically his brother and that mum and dad had an accident, so I became second dad. He has known this all throughout his childhood. That's fine. That's fine. I guess we know a Mark fantasy now. Come on. Don't look, don't shame me. I'm fine with that. I have many fantasies. A fantasy that you're not part of my chat, Doorknob Heaven, that never comes true. Horrible. No, I love you, man. Hang around. I met with 2/3 of my online friends from channels I now refuse to go to. Oh, I hope I'm not one of them. I hope I'm in that extra third there, Maya, because you're clearly here. Well, I mean, yeah. Oh, no. Okay. Well, yeah, Captain Red Bull. I think. Look, I don't mind. I'm like, yeah, he wants to call the dad, and I told my cousin to fuck off out of my house, out of reach of my brother. Of course, that's a normal reaction. That's not. No, don't just react like that. She tried to do some sort of gotcha and say, "What? Afraid your brother will find out your aunt, daddy, your okay? That's not correct grammatically. I'm sorry, Dense Oil. That is not what. Afraid your brother will find out you aren't daddy is probably what they meant to say. Your aunt daddy? All right. Why are you angry at me telling him the truth? I didn't say a word and threw her out. Now I'm getting calls berating me for swearing at her and embarrassing her in front of our grandparents, since apparently they chewed her out for it and told her that my brother knows and she caused a fuss over nothing. Am I the arsehole? Yes, actually you are. That is an overreaction. Total overreaction. Look, I mean, it sounds like he just doesn't like her to begin with, because like she's always starts drama and seems to thrive on it. I mean, if she always starts drama, if that's true, then yeah, maybe. Uh, Monkey for banana. Try to stir the brunch and go fuck herself. Okay. That is a good point. That is definitely a good point. How'd the topic even come up? Well, maybe. Okay, so assuming that she didn't know that the young brother knew that the older brother, like she thought that the younger brother didn't know, and he probably said, "Oh well, Dad can do this," or Dad can do that, and she went, "Well, I'm going to reveal it to him and save him from the ignorance of." Yeah, no, I look, absolutely. I don't think there's any question. I don't think there's any question that she was the asshole. Like, she absolutely an asshole. But was he? Did he overreact? I wanna ask you this. Yeah, maybe he didn't overreact. Maybe this is something that she does constantly, and he's just had enough. I probably wouldn't do that, but I'm All right. Well, let's get the poll up. Let's ask the room. Reading room. Did he overreact? So one thing I want to sort of say is that these, like, when you have family and relationships, like, I get that if that's a person that you've never seen before. Yeah, no, I totally agree. It's none of her business whether the kid knows or not. It really is. It's none of her business. That's between. I mean, yeah. And I agree. Look, there's no. This isn't what we're talking about. All right, they're definitely an asshole. That girl is definitely an asshole, right? But it doesn't mean if they're an asshole, you just get to be an asshole to them, right? You understand this, right? That just because somebody's an asshole doesn't mean that you're doing the right thing by being an asshole towards them. Then you just have to. Look, I explained this before. Being an asshole is not a relative thing, all right? It isn't like, well, I'm less of an asshole, so therefore I'm not an asshole. It's an absolute measurement. Well, that is true, Doorknob Head. That's true. And it's always context that we don't have. So look, we just evaluate the stories as they're presented. That's what we do. That's our call to to do it. But what I wanted to say is that look, if you have family, right, and they do something to piss you off, it may be not the best idea to react like they're, like, if this was a stranger kind of thing, there's a or a friend kind of thing, like they come up and sort of say, hey, that's not your real dad. You go, you fuck you, kind of thing. Like, I get that. Don't get me wrong. It's just with family, it might not be best to burn your bridges like that. To really let them have it like you would somebody else. Just my opinion. Don't put me on a cross. Don't. Just my opinion, okay? Just my opinion. Yeah, absolutely. Assholes expect everyone to be assholes too, just pandering to their weapon. Yeah. And sometimes it's appropriate. Like, I get you. Sometimes it's appropriate to have a reaction like this, but I'm not convinced this one needed that reaction. I'm not convinced. Monkey for Banana disagrees. That's cool. It's not like he beat her up and banned her from ever seeing the kid. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I get you. And I mean, I don't like her attitude either. It's kind of well, yeah. That's true. Um, what did Titan say? Oh yes. You can be less of an asshole if you just tighten your anus. Well, yeah, that's true. Toxic family, the bun. Yeah, no, I get that. But um, you're going to have to see them at certain occasions like Christmas and Thanksgiving or whatever. Sometimes it's better just to pick your fights, kind of thing. Well, let's see what the Redditors say. What are the Redditors saying? Not the asshole. This one pissed me off personally. Well, as long as you're personally involved gleaming the crucible, that's fine. Tournaments come in a lot of flavors. Look, yeah, and I agree with Titan that basically, if you do have truly toxic family members, maybe get them out of your life. But sort of going off your face at a 20-year-old probably isn't going to help matters here. So your cousin and her flying mate. Well, Jamola Moa is very. In what world does it make sense to remind a 7-year-old that his parents are dead, that he'll never know them? Then hang up, shut the door, walk away, do not engage further, rinse and repeat as many times as it takes that message to get to the thick, unfeeling scars. Yeah. Yes, your choice of words, it could be argued unnecessary. Yeah, I agree. Jamola Moa knows what's up. However, I feel perfectly sum up the surprised outrage you may feel at sheer audacity not mention doubling down. You are not the arsehole, you're taking little brother. Okay, all right. Well, yeah. I mean, I do agree with them, though. Probably not the best words to use. Uh, what? Yeah, no. There's conservatives that dislike their parents as well. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, it's not a. Yeah, that is true. That is true. I do agree with that. It is. Yeah, no, it is bad. It's bad. Fully virgin story said virgin prevails in the family. Look for a restraining order. Uh, I think that's a bit extreme, Rosa de Presido. Uh, okay, well, I mean, I'm not sure your restraining order yet, but wow. Wow. All right. Well, what does the chat say? Tangelo, this is just a fun little chat that we're having to look at some moral situations off the internet and decide who's right and who's wrong. See if we can apply some morality to the situation. Moral evaluations are happening here. Look, adulting is hard. I get you, Doorknobhead. Adulting is hard. Okay, so where's my poll? Let's see what the room says. And the verdict is the poster. What? What? Reading room, are you okay? How can you have morality without a moral lawgiver? Very easily. Moral structures are not hard to create. It depends on the outcomes of them, though. They're not rocket science. It's fine. We can make our own moral systems. That's perfectly fine. We can. Oh yeah, I know. I know. It's just, I do this to sort of take a break from debating and have a fun little time with situations that are just irrelevant to these deep questions. There's no, oh well, is there a god, or there's no is the earth flat. It's just, hey, this situation happened in this person's life. We're gonna have a look at it, have a laugh or two, and decide who's morally right and who's morally wrong. So that's the intention of this stream. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like my chat's gone crazy. The OP, I don't. How many people voted in this poll? Are you okay, chat? $14 votes. Did Otangelo just come in here and basically just said everyone sinned against God? Is that what happened? Is that essentially what happened? No, it doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it. How dare you? How dare you? Big bad mama, that's not cool. That's not cool. All right, well that's the last one. It's been 2 and a bit hours, so I'm going to be wrapping up. As I said, I've got a debate coming up soon. I'll put it in the community tab actually, because it's just a fun thing to do for New Year's. The last one I did was a flat Earth, and that was pretty wild. So I'm more than happy to take other debates. Otangelo, if you want to debate, I'm more than happy to debate you on the existence of God, on evolution. More than happy to bring it on. I think that we were going to have a debate on snakes, debate cafe, but I think that fell through for one reason or another. So if you do have another, if you want to have a go, just contact me. My email is in my about page. So contact me. We can set something up, have an actual debate. I'd love to do evolution with you. I think that would be awesome. But yeah, it's been really fun. So I hope you've had a good time. A debate on snakes. Wouldn't that hurt to say? No. I think the debate on snakes is which is better, the rattlesnake or the black mamba. Black mamba. That's the debate. Why does there have to be snakes? What? Gotcha. Yeah, Indiana Jones. Right. Okay, that took a moment to set in. All right, beautiful people. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I've had a blast. I hope you've had fun. I will be catching up with you. Oh, I'm supposed to check out Otangelo's. I mean, I can. I guess. What am I checking out? Oh, it is a fake account. All right. Is that you again, Peter? Wait, did you get his name? Oh, Peter. You got his name? Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, so what's happened is that with the new naming system, with the new naming system, you have to reserve the name. So somebody, probably Peter, has reserved the Otangelo Grasso name, so Otangelo can't get hold of it. Oh, that is beautiful. That is wonderful. Well, that's why I thought it was real, because I thought, Otangelo would have reserved his own name, right? Right? No, apparently not. Okay. Thanks, Peter. And you got Jules too. Oh, that is wonderful. Oh, that brings a smile to my face. Oh, that's awesome. I love it. Thank you so much, everybody. Do be kind to yourself and to each other. Love you all. Have a fantastic day, night, morning, wherever you are around the world. Thank you.